When dealing with limited space for installing multiple receptacles, like for small battery chargers, several options exist. Firstly, consider a multi-outlet power strip. Look for a power strip that includes a surge protector and has spacing designed to accommodate multiple plugs. Some power strip models offer continuous slots, which can accept both grounded and ungrounded plugs. Secondly, you can use recessed outlets. Install recessed outlets directly into the shelf itself, which provides a flush and space-saving solution. When using recessed outlets, make sure to use outlet boxes that have flanged edges, enabling them to sit flush against the shelf surface. Thirdly, explore the possibility of using a surface-mounted 20-outlet box. By mounting a surface-mounted 20-outlet box directly above the shelf, you can provide ample outlets in a compact area. Make sure that the box includes a cover to protect the outlets from dust and debris. Fourthly, consider using side-mount convenience outlets. Install side-mount convenience outlets on the side of the shelf facing outwards. These outlets are designed to occupy a minimal amount of space and are easily accessible. Fifthly, a custom receptacle plate can be made. Create a custom receptacle plate by mounting individual outlets onto a metal or plastic plate. This approach allows precise spacing and placement to maximize the utilization of space. When installing any of these options, several important considerations must be taken into account. First, ensure that all outlets are properly grounded and that the installation meets all applicable safety codes. Grounding is crucial for preventing electrical shock and ensuring the safe operation of equipment. Second, use heavy-duty outlets and wiring that are adequately rated to handle the potential load. Although the individual chargers may only draw a small amount of power, the cumulative load of all 20 chargers operating simultaneously needs to be factored in. Consult with a qualified electrician to determine the appropriate wire gauge and outlet rating. Third, consider including surge protection in the installation. Surge protection helps to protect against electrical spikes and surges, which can damage sensitive electronic equipment. A surge protector can be incorporated into the power strip or installed as a separate device. Fourth, label the outlets clearly to indicate the purpose of each one. This can help to prevent confusion and ensure that the correct chargers are plugged into the appropriate outlets. Fifth, provide adequate cable management to prevent tripping hazards. Secure the power cords of the chargers to prevent them from dangling or lying on the floor. Use cable ties, clips, or other management devices to keep the cords organized and out of the way. In addition to these general considerations, there are also several specific factors to keep in mind when selecting and installing receptacles. Firstly, consider the type of plugs that will be used with the chargers. Ensure that the receptacles are compatible with the plug types. Secondly, think about the spacing between the outlets. If the chargers have large power adapters, make sure that there is enough space between the outlets to accommodate them. Thirdly, determine the appropriate mounting height for the outlets. The outlet should be mounted at a height that is convenient and accessible, but also prevents them from being accidentally damaged or exposed to moisture. Lastly, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the installation complies with all applicable electrical codes and regulations. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed requirements for the installation of electrical systems, including receptacles. Following these requirements is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of the installation. Some relevant sections of the NEC include Article 210, which covers branch circuits, and Article 406, which covers receptacles, cord connectors, and attachment plugs. Additionally, it is important to be aware of any local electrical codes or regulations that may apply. Local codes may have more stringent requirements than the NEC. By carefully considering all of these factors, you can ensure that the receptacles are installed safely, efficiently, and in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. This will provide a reliable and convenient power source for the small battery chargers while minimizing the use of space. For example, NEC Table 210.21. B2 provides guidance on the maximum number of outlets permitted on a 15 amp or 20 amp branch circuit. This table is important for ensuring that the circuit is not overloaded. The NEC also specifies requirements for the grounding of receptacles. Section 250. 130 covers the methods for grounding receptacles. Grounding is essential for safety and helps to prevent electrical shock. Furthermore, NEC Section 406.4 T2 specifies requirements for tamper-resistant receptacles in certain locations. Tamper-resistant receptacles are designed to prevent children from inserting objects into the slots. The selection of appropriate wiring is also critical. The size of the wire must be adequate for the load that it will carry. NEC Table 310. 13. The 16 provides ampacity ratings for different sizes of conductors. It is important to select a wire size that has an ampacity rating that is equal to or greater than the maximum load on the circuit. The type of insulation used in the wire is also important. The insulation must be suitable for the environment in which the wire will be installed. NEC Table 310. 104. Lists the different types of insulation and their applications. When installing the receptacles, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The instructions will provide guidance on the proper wiring and mounting procedures. It is also important to use the correct tools and equipment. Using the wrong tools can damage the receptacles or create a safety hazard. After the receptacles have been installed, it is important to test them to ensure that they are working properly. A simple receptacle tester can be used to check for proper wiring and grounding. If any problems are found, they should be corrected immediately. In addition to the above considerations, it may also be helpful to consult with an experienced electrician. An electrician can provide valuable advice and guidance on the selection and installation of receptacles. They can also help to ensure that the installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. In summary, there are several options for installing receptacles in a limited space. The best option will depend on the specific requirements of the application. It is important to consider all of the relevant factors before making a decision. These factors include the number of receptacles required, the size and type of the chargers, the available space, and the applicable electrical codes. By carefully considering all of these factors, you can ensure that the receptacles are installed safely, efficiently, and in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Regarding the specific situation mentioned, where 20 receptacle outlets are needed in a 5-foot-long space above a shelf, several of the options discussed earlier are particularly relevant. Firstly, using a multi-outlet power strip can be an efficient solution, but the spacing of the outlets on the strip needs to be carefully considered to accommodate the charger's power adapters. Secondly, installing recessed outlets into the shelf itself can save space and provide a clean look. This would require cutting holes in the shelf to accommodate the outlet boxes. Thirdly, a custom receptacle plate with individual outlets mounted onto a metal or plastic plate could be a highly customizable solution, allowing for precise spacing of the outlets. In this case, it is particularly important to ensure proper grounding and to use heavy-duty outlets and wiring to handle the cumulative load of all 20 chargers. Adequate cable management is also crucial to prevent tripping hazards, given the number of power cords involved.